on the road full time, I get a lot of questions about where do I stay every day? And so I wanted to answer some questions about camping. I try to do something called dispersed camping, which means that I'm staying in areas that I know are free, and I'm usually looking for these daily and trying to find a good spot for me and Apollo to land. The first place that I look is in national forests. Because I love the mountains and it's a free place to camp, I usually will check out the local states and counties that I'm staying in to see if there are any national forests that allow camping. Most of them will let you stay for up to 14 days for free. I also like to stay on BLM land, which stands for Bureau of Land Management, and these are public lands throughout the United States that are overseen by the government. Another good option is just public land, and these are places outside of cities. And so this was actually San Lorenzo Canyon in New Mexico. I looked at the sign as I drove in. It told me the rules about camping. I stayed here a couple days and it ended up being one of my favorite places. If I'm ever unsure about where I want to stay, or maybe there aren't any signs posted, I can always stop by a park ranger's office, and they're more than happy to share with me where there are legal places I can park and stay overnight. Now, something I try not to do, but I will admit I have done it before, I've had to camp at something called informal sites. And these are going to be businesses or places like a library or maybe a church that legally allow you to park for free. Now, you need to make sure you know your rules because not every business does. There are some really good apps out there, even some free ones that help me navigate and find these places, and even help me find places to find water or a dump station, or tell me if an area is maybe unsafe and I shouldn't park there. Okay, let's talk safety because that's the next biggest question I get. How do I feel safe traveling by myself? Well, I want to make sure that I always have gas in my van at all times, so I fuel up whenever I can. I make sure to check my coolant, my oil levels, and my tire pressure. And then I always download my maps and share my location with family and friends in case I ever lose service. Yeah, so that just happened. That's me dumping my Starlink on the ground. And now let's just pick that up, dust it off, and pretend that that didn't happen. Okay, so now we're gonna set up camp. And something that I try to do since I'm traveling by myself is take some safety precautions. I always make sure to back up into my campsite because if I needed to leave quickly for any reason, I don't want to have to worry about backing up. Next, I put up all my front window coverings because I want to have complete privacy so people don't know that I'm traveling by myself. And even when I am, I always set out 2 camping chairs because I want people to think I have a second person with me. It just is one more added layer of safety. And when I'm not throwing my Starlink on the ground, I'm actually setting it up for Wi-Fi and then trying to get some work done on my laptop. I want to make sure that I can enjoy the evening. I love to take a moment and watch the sunset and just kind of disconnect from everything else and just be present in the moment. Something else that I really enjoy is my campfire nights, whether that's by myself or I'm meeting up with friends or family and just spending time talking around the fire. Those are some of my most meaningful conversations and best memories that I have. Videos, I'll usually... The mornings are my most favorite time of day. I love getting up early, making my coffee, having a good hour of just quiet time where I do my journaling, some devotionals, and just some reflection time. Living in such a small space and doing a lot of driving can be really hard on your body, so I make sure to do some stretching or yoga or Pilates to help with that. Having a good healthy breakfast is really important, especially if I have a long drive ahead of me, and then it's time to tackle all the van chores. So I do the dishes, I make my bed, I pick up, but when you live in such a small square footage, you are constantly tracking in dirt, so I wash my floors probably twice a day. And everybody asks me, how do I shower? So I have an outdoor shower and I really like it a lot. I do a full body, like really good shower probably once a week. And then because I am so active and do a lot of hiking, I'll use it for rinsing off in between those times. I feel so grateful for this lifestyle. I can't imagine not doing it. But being present in the moment and authentic through this whole experience is important to me, and it's something that I don't ever want to take for granted.